Welcome viewers, and today we are looking at the tragic case of Shamoya McKenzie. Let's get right in. I have forgiven her killers, the mother of Jamaican killer in USA. Happy gangsters have been sent to prison. Shamoya McKenzie, a 13-year-old USA high school basketball star, was driving in her mother's car when she was shot by gangsters trading bullets in the Mount Vernon on December 31, 2016.
We begin with the crime that shattered a community and a family. 13-year-old Shamoya McKenzie, an innocent victim of a bullet fired as part of a gang war. Today,
on Tuesday, a judge sentenced Sincere Savoy, a 25-year-old member of the Coons Street Gang, to 22 years in jail for her death. In September 2021, David Hardy was sentenced to 31 years in prison for the murder of Mackenzie and his participation in a 2012 shooting. Marcus Collier and Jeremiah Hughley were each sentenced to 27 years in prison for their participation in the child's mother, Nadine Mackenzie, a Jamaican-born woman, said justice has been served. The case was finally closed on Tuesday. A day before my birthday, going to court was really hard, especially to see the person that shot her. One of the times, one of them showed no remorse, but he apologized after he was sentenced. He was your killers. I know God has a plan for me. I have to do so. It is hard, but I really thank God for closure, because a lot of times cases go unsolved. New York. On the day of the shooting, Hardy, Collier, Hughley and Savoy attempted to murder a rival gang member in broad daylight by firing multiple shots at him. The rival gang member suffered gunshot wound but survived. One of the bullets, however, missed the intended target and stuck in the head of 13-year-old Mackenzie, who was in the front seat of the car passing, which was being drove by her mother. Shamoya died as a result. Mackenzie said that they were on their way from a basketball practice when the incident occurred. She was still in school, but she was a brilliant child, so she played for her high school team for a year. I took her to buy a cell phone and a pair of sneakers. She said she wanted to stop at a other sneaker place. I told her let's go home, and that we could buy the other sneakers at the mall. If only I had just stopped, probably she would have missed the bullet. She said that on the day of the incident, Shamoya asked her to visit her great-grandmother in the Bronx. She obligated. It was the last time the family matriarch was seeing her. For some reason, her great-grandma was just kissing and hugging her. We left and we were on our way home. We were like about 5 minutes away from home, and then there the shooting happened. The guy who they were shooting after was shot twice, and another shot came straight into my car and hit Shamoya in the head. I thought she was playing when I saw her came over me. I said to her, Shamoya, stop playing, and I heard she said, Mommy, and blood just fly out, Mackenzie said. David Hardy accused of fatally shooting 13-year-old Shamoya McKenzie in the Mount Vernon at his arrivement at the Westchester. Shamoya's dream was to play professional basketball for the New York Liberty in the WNBA and to also represent the Jamaican women's team. Mackenzie was born in Manchester but grew up in Kingston. She migrated into the United States in 1997. Shamoya's father, Brian Mackenzie, is a police. Shamoya was encountered a state funeral in Mount Vernon. She was also offered high praises to the Jamaican government, which contributed $6,000 towards her funeral. A foundation was created and named in her honor. It is very hard for me, as she was killed right next to me. Her death has really took a toll on our family. We used to be this close kid family, and now it's even hard for us together at times. Christmas is not going to be the same for us. We usually celebrate the holidays like we usually do in Jamaica. David Hardy accused of fatally shooting 13-year-old Shamoya Mckenzie in the Mount Vernon at his arrivement at the Westchester County Courthouse on April 14, 2017. David Hardy accused of fatally shooting 13-year-old Shamoya Mckenzie in the Mount Vernon at his arrivement at the Westchester County Courthouse on April 14, 2017. That was in December 2016. A year later, Hardy is back behind bars, accused of gang shooting that injured the intent target but killed an innocent bystander, 13-year-old Shamoya Mckenzie, on New Year's Eve. After his arrest, admitting the shooting and expressed remorse according to statement contained in the questioning. Hardy is now left to defend himself against federal murder charges that were filed last week as a part of indictment against 12 reputed gang members, including 3 other men who were also charged in Mckenzie's death. The federal charges trumps a murder charge that Hardy had already been facing in Westchester County Court for Mckenzie shooting. Sorry for that mistake. Mckenzie family, meanwhile, is left to carry on the legacy of promising Mount Vernon youngster who was already beaming with city pride when she was slain in a long-running gang feud. A year ago, Mckenzie was dreaming big. She was just scratching the surface of her potential in Mount Vernon, where her future plans were including starring for the high school basketball team and playing. Mckenzie, an 8th grader at Graham Elementary School who was playing on the high school junior high varsity basketball team, had nicked family discussion of moving to Florida to be closer to her father, said her mother, Nadine Mckenzie. The reason Mount Vernon, she said, "No, mommy, you and daddy could go to Florida, but I'm staying here in Mount Vernon," Nadine Mckenzie told the journalist News. "This is where I'm going to stay, and I'm going to Mount Vernon High School, where I get my scholarship to go to UConn. And then I come back to Mount Vernon." She was going to run her own business here in Mount Vernon. Nadine Mckenzie, mother of Shamoya Mckenzie, reflect on the past year since her 13-year-old daughter was killed by a stray bullet on New Year's Eve, December 12, 2017 at Graham School in Mount Vernon. Hardy also had a future course set in Mount Vernon, but authorities said it had already veered down the wrong path. Between 2012 and 2015, Hardy spent almost 3 years in prison after pleading guilty for a second-degree felony robbery when he was 17, according to the Westchester County District Attorney Office. He went back to prison briefly for a parole violation in 2015. In June 2016, Mount Vernon hired Hardy as a part-time recreation worker. Hardy, who was on parole, had not disclosed his felony convict on his job application. On December 31, 2016, 2 days after the misdemeanor harassment charges were filed against him after his ex-girlfriend accused him of threatening her and her father Hardy shot Mckenzie, according to the authorities. It was around 2:30 p.m. near the corner of 3rd Street and Peace Street when Hardy shot a rival gang member, Prince Scott, according to documents filed by the prosecutor in Westchester County Court. Scott was hit by bullets in both arms and left with permanent nerve damage, prosecutors said. One of Hardy's shot missed Scott though and shattered the windows of a passing car in which Mckenzie was riding. Prosecutors said she was struck in the head and died at Montefiore Mount Vernon Hospital that day. Hardy was arrested on January 15 in Mount Vernon after returning from North California, where authorities believe he fled. He was arrested with second-degree murder and indicted by a grand jury in Westchester County Court last spring. After his arrest in Mount Vernon, Hardy told detectives he was a shooter and that he was sorry according to statements contained in his indictment. "I'm sorry. If I could tell her mother, I would," he said in a statement to police that day after his arrest. "I would trade my place with that girl." It's not as straightforward as that statement suggested. Hardy's lawyer in Westchester County Court said after a court appearance on December 14 before the federal charges was revealed. "I want to send condolences to the family, and I'm gonna keep praying for you guys. I hope you guys make it through this in one piece, and I don't know why these guns are getting out to these idiots, and they're just using them to keep gun parade. It's like gun is everywhere. You can just go in any store and you just buy a gun, or you can get a gun from the man there because him know that one day we have one gun this, and boy, just take these innocent people life in some foolish ways. Nonsense. This girl that go about her business and stray bully liquor. Eh? So you have to tell me say, yo, me have my daughter and stray bully liquor, and hey, them man they forget hanging on, man. And that's why me tell you say, yo, this world want cleanse and clean, you know, man, because poor little girl are full of talent, potential, and have ambition, and all these things just gone like that, eh? Young little life just waste down the drain, eh? Man, tell you, say them the boy they not supposed to sit down in a jail. What kind of jail them for going in? Me a talk raw facts. Me even talking in English right now. A pot what me a put in, right there, so. Yeah, man. Because there's no way one of you out in a road that shoot like say, yo, some gun range, you know there. A shoot like say a wild cat a gonna shoot after a human being. One of you get hang right on the spot. Me no business. Yeah, justice is justice, and that the way them want to see justice served. I want to see served no other way. Tell me if me right or me wrong, people. You can leave your thoughts in the comment section. Right now, me go in this video right now. Come and grieve. Me feel it, people. And leave your thoughts and tell me what you wanna feel, what your opinion on this. Yeah, I'm want to see some RIP down there too. Because the little girl life lost. And we can never bring back that. I hope she's in a better place, and we know she's in a better place. This is a very sad case, guys. I hope you keep them in your prayers. Please like, share, and hit that notification bell to stay notified once I drop a new video. Okay? I'm gonna leave you guys with a video of her mom speaking. Have a blessed day, all.
Cops identify the shooter.
It's not easy. It is not easy, although they caught him. And, you know, it hurt me that people who saw didn't come forward right away to help the police.
Investigators brought heavy pressure to bear on the street. The new Westchester DA and the Mount Vernon mayor say the case has hit a nerve.
I'm a Mount Vernon resident. I'm born and raised here. Went to Mount Vernon High School. This is my town.
That's something that we're not tolerating no more. And that's why I said this is the new Mount Vernon and we're moving forward.
The suspect's attorney says police have no forensics.
I don't believe that there's any physical evidence in this case linking Mr. Hardy to this particular crime.